Hi, this is Dan, recording a month later. Just so you know, the news section is a little outdated. We talk about Yuji Naka getting arrested again. Well, more on that next episode. And also, we do talk about doing a holiday special, but that didn't shake out, so next episode will just be the SatAM. Alright, see ya. Bye.
Gotta go fast. Gotta go fast. Gotta go fast, too fast, too fast, faster, faster. Moving at speed of sound. Let's try quickest and talk around. Got ourselves a situation. Stuck in a new location without any explanation. No time for relaxation. Don't wait. Don't think. Just go. Go.
Hello and welcome to the Sonic Shuffle, a random and holistic Sonic lore podcast. I am one of the students, Devon.
I'm the other student, Morg.
And I'm the teacher, Dan. And this week, we are watching 2 more episodes of Season 1 of Sonic X. We got to see the scary ghosts. We got to see... I got to experience a very interesting... some interesting dub choices.
I was wondering.
I didn't watch the dub this time.
That's good.
I'm
You're
so
better
excited.
off.
I was like there's monkey titties. Is this gonna be in the dub?
The monkey titties are in the dub.
Let's go.
Thank God.
Woke
censorship loses again.
So let me look at all the news I've managed to collect. So, right off the bat, I think it's proper to start this by noting that once again, Yuji Naka has been arrested. He was rearrested on charges of insider trading with a different, Square Enix mobile game.
Great.
This one being, Final Fantasy VII, The First Soldier. A mobile battle royale game for Final Fantasy.
Mans cannot be stopped.
No, he can't stop committing crimes.
He loves insider trading. It's his favorite.
Additionally, an anonymous source claiming to have worked under Yuji Naka in a recent project, noted that he's a terrible boss. He harasses employees, gets defensive when criticized. He wanted people to work weekends, and after a certain point, just let the secondary studio handle all the work. Some other less entertaining news. Let's see. Sonic Prime is going to come out soon. They showed another clip for the show last week, showing Sonic and Tails talking about Tails' origin story in the both Sonic's universe and in this dark timeline he's entered.
He has cool spider legs.
Yeah, he's got 9 tails, 7 of which are metal, and he uses them as spider legs. There was according to the Sonic Twitter, there was a early screening of I don't know if it was all of it or some of Sonic Prime on Roblox. They
great.
Had a little Roblox premiere on the Sonic Speed Simulator, which is, I think we've mentioned it before. It's an official Roblox server that Sonic has for it's a speed simulator. I don't really know that much about speed simulators in Roblox, but it's one of those. you can just go in there and, like, do some platforming.
Well, that's cool.
Mm-hmm. In addition to that, there is, they've announced, like, some more stuff for Sonic and Frontiers. They've got a 2023 content roadmap, they have 3 major updates planned. In the first update, these are all free. The first one, we get, a jukebox, so I guess like a sound test, photo mode, and new challenge modes. And the second major update, there'll be something for Sonic's birthday. Not really clear what it is, but, I guess we can assume that'll be this June. There'll be an open zone challenge, and include some new Coco. I don't know if that's like new models or what, but there's new Coco.
When you said new Coco, my brain was like, oh, is that a Pokemon?
They're basically
I was just
Pokemon.
imagining that Sonic gets some Coke.
My favorite Pokemon, new Coco.
I'm in love with the Coco. And there will be
Coco's brother.
Mm-hmm.
Right, exactly.
And there will be, later on in the year, there will be a third update, which is, all it says here is there will be new playable characters and a new story. So, that'll be interesting.
And in the fourth title update, everyone gets a big hug from Big the Cat.
Uh-huh.
And I thought you were going to say in the fourth update, Starling gets put into the game.
That will be the 69th update.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
Nice.
Interesting thing about Sonic Frontiers that I've learned is that there are various, like, lines that, they're pretty obscure, but they're in here. Lines that are just, like, Sonic referencing stuff from earlier games. I think it's like, if you spend 10 minutes in the open world, and you haven't, like, done, like, certain things, I'm not sure exactly but, if you go 10 minutes without, like, doing certain things, Sonic will make references to other Sonic titles. This includes references to, Sonic Heroes, we've got some Generation stuff, there's references to Tangle, and Styx.
So what I'm hearing is that since Tangle's in Frontiers, at least by name, Dr. Starline could easily just show up out of the blue for no reason.
He could and he should, morally.
He could and he should. Dr. Eggman should just be like, this is just like that time Starline.
Mm-hmm.
He should do Family Guy cutaway gags, but it's always just Starline annoying him.
Uh-huh.
Didn't Ian Flynn work on part of the game?
What was that?
Didn't Ian Flynn work on part of the game?
Ian Flynn was the writer, so yeah, it makes sense that he'd include stuff from IDW.
Yeah.
Ian Flynn, don't be a coward. Add Starline in as a Family Guy cutaway gag.
Mm-hmm. Ian Flynn, put Starline in the games.
I'm begging you.
Ian Flynn, make Starline do the Family Guy death pose.
Uh-huh.
Ian Flynn, have him be voiced by Pauly Shore.
Oh no. I don't know about that one, but
I want to go off on my own.
At the very least,
it's okay. I'm open to criticism.
Eggman, I want to go off on my own.
Eggman, when can I start my own days?
At the very least, though, we should look into funding one of the many notable Sonic comic artists, and look into funding a commission of them with drawing Dr. Starline in the death pose.
Yeah, he should be in the Family Guy death pose.
Please.
Yeah, get Evan on that.
I just made a reference to the Family Guy death pose earlier for some reason. Oh, because I was recording Digimon. Okay. Someone was in the Family Guy. Yep. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
God, I'm trying to remember who was in the Family Guy death pose from last week's episode. Nope, can't remember. I'll remember when I listen to the recording.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think, to the best of my knowledge, that is all of the big news for Sonic this session.
There's
one
no news
little
on
thing.
Big.
There
Sorry,
was
that
no
was
news
bad.
on Big, unfortunately. But we did manage to bring him back, so that's good. Oh, yes, so one thing I missed is that, there's going to be some little Christmas DLC for, Sonic Frontiers where, they'll just release a free little outfit for Sonic where he's wearing, like, a Santa hat and an open holiday coat.
About
to have some Santa drip. Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Santa get some drip.
Yeah. Alright. I think that's everything. So, let's get into these episodes.
I think IDW, Eggman would make a great Santa Claus.
He would!
He would.
Oh, they should. I wonder if any of the cartoons have him dressed up as Santa. I feel like that's something Adventures would do.
Yes. Yeah.
Didn't Adventure...
Adventures
because
Sonic
he,
the
like...
Hedgehog.
He said, I'm new Santa now. Everyone has to give me the presents.
Yeah, Robotnik Claus.
Of course. We watched... Yes, of course.
So, for, our first episode, Season 1, Episode 18, American title, The Damn Scam, Japanese title, Huge Shootout on the Savannah.
Pretty good.
It's pretty good.
Damn Scam is pretty good, I have to say.
Can I say, through these episodes, since I did that re-rate episode on Sonic X, my brain is now open to any time Chris is a little obsessive about Sonic.
Uh-huh.
There's a lot of it in here.
Great.
He loved it. Man, I'm sad I missed the recording.
When we get to those episodes, I'll just rehash all of our points.
Please do.
Oh, we'll have to, yeah.
Yeah.
For me.
Sonic got lots of boyfriend points is all I'll say for now.
Uh-huh.
I'll probably... Yeah.
Yeah, so, we open with, our heroes, Sonic, Tails, and Chris, flying around in the X-Tornado when they get shot at by Dr. Eggman in his ship. They get into, like, a big fight, and ultimately both of them crash into this pristine savannah that we later learn, just sort of offhandedly, is a nature preserve. We also get, like, some, good, early 2000s CG that probably cost more than it was worth.
Yeah, you know.
After the intro, Tails begins repairs on the, X-Tornado. He initially is able to get it to just walk because the whole wing's broken. By the way, the X-Tornado can walk, but,
yeah, I think we've seen it walk.
Right.
Maybe.
I don't remember.
Maybe I made that up.
It was in the, right after the world learned about Sonic, they were in a cornfield for some fucking reason.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh no, there's a big windstorm robot something. And they were like, good thing the X-Tornado can walkies.
Mm-hmm. Yes, so...
It's got big feet.
Unfortunately, it cannot walk today. It still has repairs that need to be done.
It falls comically on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
It can't do its walkies today.
Yeah. They're just stuck in this technically not wilderness. Well, technically wilderness. With no cell phone signal. And they just got to figure out something to do.
Yeah, Chris is extremely bored.
Uh-huh.
He starts to, like, fall asleep. Cause at first he's like, do you want any help, Tails? And Tails is like, nah. So.
Nah, I got it.
He just, like, starts to doze off under a tree, and I thought, like, an animal might come up to him while he's sleeping. That did not happen, but,
Yeah, and then he's like, he starts complaining, he's like, wow, I thought this would be relaxing, but this is nothing like the city. This kinda sucks. You think it sucks too, right, Tails? And Tails is like, no, I like it out here. This reminds me of home. And he's Chris is just kind of, like, offended. He's like, oh, damn.
Meanwhile, Dr. Eggman, emerges from the wreckage of his ship, and,
kills some wildlife.
Yeah, he goes after some alligators, with, a big ape robot that he had on hand that has big nipples that are like the little cockpit pods for, Boko and Dako.
You forget the part where they crashed into a lake.
Yeah.
And there are some crocodiles around. So what he just does is says, oh, you guys think you're gonna eat me? And he flips a, like, breaker in his ship, and it just electrocutes the water, and supposedly kills all the crocodiles.
They're all dead.
Was this not in the dub?
Of course this wasn't in the dub. He murdered
animals. He kills a lot of wildlife.
He kills a lot of crocodiles. They, like, float up, like, Dead Man Float style, like...
Oh my god.
It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I thought there was gonna be a bit, like, they, like, turn around and you see their eyes are squiggles, like they're knocked out. No, they're dead.
They're dead.
Yeah, I'm reviewing the footage, and while they don't show them electrocute these, crocodiles, they do, end up, in one of the shots you do see them floating upside down in the water, like a dead fish.
Interesting.
Yeah.
My god.
Thank you, 4Kids, for saving us from Eggman killing some wildlife.
But yeah, then he summons his monkey.
Yeah, then he summons his titty monkey.
Yeah, he summons the titty monkey.
Boko and Dako just get cause the monkey just like beats its chest and it goes over them, so it just like shakes them all up and they hate it. They hate being...
Yeah, he put the cockpit on the chest where the monkey likes to chest slam. And they're just in there like, yeah, this is why we hate getting in this robot.
I love that Eggman just loves to make robots that are based so much on the animal that they do that shit. Because he does that in Boom also. Yeah.
Loves an animal robot. I mean, even in the games, all the badniks are based on, like, little animals. Yeah. So, yeah.
I mean, Eggman is a little nerd. His favorite things to do are create amusement parks and also make little science project animals. Mm-hmm. He's a funny guy.
But he hates real animals because he stuffs them into his robots.
Yeah, he hates real animals because they do things like make noise and poop. But he loves robot animals. He's one of those people who got those little robot dogs as a child and then said, this is the same as a real dog.
Sonic is just running around in this big open savannah.
It's my favorite bit.
He loves it.
And yeah, he's having a good time, and he runs into a cheetah that it
psychically communicates him.
Yeah, I guess it communes with him somehow.
Yeah, there's like subtitles.
It's got a very Osamu Tezuka look to it.
Yeah!
This is the most anime cheetah.
Its eyes are, it's very...
It challenges Sonic to a race. And Sonic says no.
Yeah, Sonic essentially says no, because he's like, I'm gonna kick your ass, so how about I just take you along with me? Do you want to go Super Sonic?
Let me show you.
And he does.
Let me show you what you're working with here.
He like picks up this cheetah and shows it the power of 5Gs. And just sonic boom runs.
And a little infographic appears at the bottom that says, "This is the first cheetah in history to break the sound barrier."
Well, I'm great. I don't know if I'm happy for it because it seems to be pretty upset about that.
I know.
It seems okay later, because it does show up later.
Yeah. I guess he's fine.
He's alright, but he died.
Yeah. Chris and Tails, in the tornado, they've got it running up again, and they come across this big construction site. Very mysterious, very disruptive. This is a nature preserve. They shouldn't be here. And the guys running it, 4Kids decided to give them, like, cartoon Russian accents.
Oh no!
Oh. Because they're in, supposedly, Africa?
They're in Africa, I guess.
Did they not know what a South African sounded like?
I think they just wanted to make them seem like criminals or something.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think they probably wanted to make them sound like Russian oligarchs or something. Like very, guys that are like very like self-interested and stuff. It makes sense in a weird way, like, it's, but I guess.
Alright,
Yeah,
alright.
they wanted a cartoon villain voice for them.
Yeah.
And they went with, Russian. Just predicating on, decades-old Cold War paranoia. These guys are building a dam, even though, they're out in the middle of the savannah where, no lakes or rivers can immediately be found.
Yeah, there's no explain it in the, sub either.
I don't understand.
They're just doing it.
They're just building a dam for what? For what?
Well,
Later, they say, oh, we'll just flood the area ourselves, then the people want us to build a dam, because now there's water everywhere.
yeah.
And I'm like, so why'd you start doing it in the first place?
Why did you do it before?
They just really love dams.
It's a long con, obviously.
It could have been like a building, which still is not good because it's
Yeah,
like
it could have been like
nature
a
preserve.
development. Like,
Yeah.
these guys are like, oh, we're building prime real estate out in the savannah, and they're like, this is where the animals are, and they say, fuck them.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, like at least that makes some sense.
But no, it's a dam.
Yeah.
They just wanted to be
Tail-
able to say damn.
Uh-huh.
They did really want to be able to say damn.
I mean, who wouldn't?
Damn!
I mean, that was the funniest thing you could say to a small child.
Uh-huh. As they would soon find out in about, I'd say, let me think when this dub came out, probably 2 years from now, one of them is going to get to say damn a whole bunch.
Where's the damn Chaos Emeralds?
You're going straight to hell. But
what if it was
now-
Tails? Because the way you said that, it was like, oh, one of them, like one of the two people there, as in Tails and Chris. So what if it was Tails that said damn a lot instead?
I would love if Tails for some reason just had a very bad potty mouth.
Yeah, he discovered his first swear word, and it's damn.
Damn!
Damn it, Sonic!
I try to work on these damn machines.
This damn plane won't fly fast, Sonic.
Fuck this
Tails, where'd you
plane!
learn that word?
Fuck this plane!
Tails, where'd you learn that word?
You! I learned it
You
from
learned it?
you, Sonic.
Uh-huh.
Sonic, I thought I said it really fast so he couldn't hear.
So they...
Do you think Sonic swears really fast so, like, normal ears can't identify it?
Yes.
Yes.
Like when he sees Eggman, he just says fuck, but super quickly.
Yeah, just a sped up fuck clip.
Yeah, and Tails recorded and slowed it down.
Uh-huh.
run the footage back.
So Tails is like getting mad at these Russian land developers. And we see just like a whole bunch of very sad animals looking at this.
Yeah, they're so sad. They're just like grouped up. I love these animals just like chilling.
Predators and prey have come together to mourn the loss of their home.
Damn, it's just like Zootopia.
It's just like Zootopia.
Oh my god, this is just like Zootopia.
But
this episode is gonna solve animal racism.
It is.
Just like in Beastars.
Damn, just like in Beastars.
We're gonna solve animal racism, and also we're going to discover that cops are hot.
Yeah, we're gonna solve animal racism and stop animal police violence. Sonic X did it first.
So true.
So, like, they get like, Tails gets threatened by, like, this big muscly dude.
Yeah! They, like, chuck them out. I'm like, these are children. You're chucking children around.
Yeah,
I know most of the world knows that Sonic and his friends exist now. I feel like I would still be taken aback if I saw, 1, a talking fox, 2, a talking fox who wears shoes, and 3, a talking fox who wears shoes and has 2 tails. I'd be like, am I allowed to, like, hurt this boss?
Yeah, I was like, is this, like, an endangered species or something? Like, I don't understand what's going on here.
Also, if these are rich mogul types, why aren't they looking at Tails and being like, damn, we can sell this motherfucker?
Yeah, just tie him up, put him out for ransom. I don't know.
They do
put him in a zoo.
They do other fucking crazy stuff later, like, you know, try to make it rain on the savannah to flood everything. It's fine. But they won't do this.
They really just like one thing, and it's a dam. These guys are the this world's version of Eggman, where they could probably do anything else, but they're like, no, I want to do this one thing. Eggman's like, I want to make an amusement park, and these guys are like, we want to build a dam.
Yeah.
I don't want to cure cancer, I want to build a dam.
So, after this, Tails, like, yells at the animals and makes them feel even more sad. Because they just won't rise up and fight against the land developers. So, Tails, we then get a Tails flashback. Apparently he was bullied by, other anthropomorphic animals back on his world.
Some woodland critters.
Yeah. They would, like, smash his little devices he was working on. And then one day he saw Sonic running by, and he thought, wow, that's the coolest guy I've ever seen. I've got to follow him.
I've got to be cool like that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, just sees him wandering the forest, and he's like, damn, me too.
Eventually he, finds Sonic's plane, the Tornado, and he decides to get to work on it. He, paints it blue, and, replaces the engine, so it'll be faster.
I love that he stumbles onto a plane with Sonic's name on it, just sitting out in the middle of nowhere, and he's like, damn, this is mine now.
Yeah, let me just work on it. But he does paint it blue for Sonic. Like, he is just like...
He does.
I am gonna make this pretty for that guy that ran by. He doesn't know his name's Sonic yet, I don't think, but...
Said, this plane's mine now, and I'll paint it for you.
Yeah.
I'll paint it... I'll paint it for my new friend that I don't have yet.
Yeah. So, Sonic eventually sees that Tails has done this, and he approves. And they became friends. We cut back to the present, where, Tails is, like, watching, these, is like watching the, land developers work on this land. And he is once again threatened with this time with a big, what's it called? I can't remember what these things are called. Not bulldozer. Whatever they are. Maybe it is bulldozer.
Construction equipment.
Yeah, he is nearly run over by giant construction equipment.
It's the one with the bucket.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh, the backhoe?
Yeah, it's a backhoe. Mm-hmm. So, Tails goes into town, I guess?
Yeah, he finds the nearest city of people who also don't want this dam to happen.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
but haven't done anything about it because they needed a little fox to spur them into the moment.
Yeah, you know how it is. So they motivate these people to action and to start protesting the dam development, and they're like, the land developers are explaining, please, we just want to build this dam. It'll generate power for your blenders, your electronics. Don't you want that?
It's funny they're very specific about it, like, cause they're not that specific in the sub.
Mm-hmm.
No, they just said, we just want to build this dam. It'll be cool. Let us build it.
Yeah. So, the crowd, the crowd is, like, causing a lot of stress, and eventually, like, the constructions, they just sort of get intimidated into, leaving. And of course they notice that Chris and Tails are here. They brought the mob. So the two guys, drive off to, somewhere where they have a Jeep and several, cans of gasoline. And they are going to enact their evil plan, which is they will start a forest fire, which will destroy a lot of the, plant life in the area. And the next time it rains, there won't be any, like, plants to absorb all the water, so it's going to flood, and then they'll just redirect all the water into the dam.
I love causing an ecological disaster.
I love just, destroying the world for profit, which, that is climate change, but this is a very rapid form of climate change.
Yeah.
I love causing an ecological disaster just, like, out of spite.
Uh-huh. They're on Captain Planet shit.
Oh, these are Captain Planet villains. These are minor Captain Planet villains.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Not like one of the fun ones with the weird designs who just lavish in being able to destroy the environment. These are
not one who's like, I love pollution.
Mm-hmm. At this point, their plans to start a forest fire are interrupted when the big Titty Ape and Sonic show up to fight.
The big Titty Ape can, like, phase shift.
Yeah, he can turn invisible.
He can no-clip.
Mm-hmm. So that's gonna be a problem for them. But thankfully it scared off the land developers. Then, like, Eggman shows up to ask for directions to find Sonic. And they call him, like, a weirdo. And Eggman gets so mad at them that he decides he's just gonna go. He's gonna get revenge on them. But first, he's gotta tell Sonic about his cool ape that can, turn invisible.
It's cool ape. Oh no,
this is
he's
my
gotten
cool
into
monkey.
apes.
Sonic, figures out he can close his eyes and use his senses to detect where this big lumbering robot is coming from, and attack it that way. So Sonic starts running to lead away the ape, and also Sonic, the ape, and Eggman just like go right past the land developers who are trying to drive back to the construction site. And we cut back to the construction site, and all of the construction crew has left. All the people have left. Their plan went off without a hitch, and the animals are happy now.
Yeah, it's that easy, folks.
It's just that easy.
It's just that easy.
One protest can make all the difference, you know?
One asking very loudly will cause land developers to say, we're sorry.
Mm-hmm.
And then go behind your back and try to cause an ecological disaster.
Yeah, but don't worry about that. Sonic will take care of that.
Yeah, the blue hedgehog got that part.
So, Sonic sees them, he, like, greets them, they talk about how they saved the day, and then comes Dr. Eggman and his big titty ape, and he decides to just start well, first off, the first problem is, apparently the camouflage feature on this ape only works against, like, natural environments.
Yeah, so its ass is exposed.
Yeah.
Because it can't blend into the, like, backhoe or whatever.
Yeah, we get to see its big round butt, against, the backhoes and beams and whatnot. So, Eggman decides to start destroying all the equipment here, so Sonic won't be able to fight it. And like, the land developers get back and see Eggman destroying their site. Their plans are completely ruined.
They're like, no, why is this happening to us?
No,
Yeah.
my life is so hard.
No, I can't build a dam in the middle of a savannah now.
Tails gets Sonic his power ring, and he defeats the ape.
Eggman says, oh no, my apes.
Like, Sonic fights Eggman and wins. Easily destroys his little car. His little Eggmobile. And they have to, Eggman, Boko, and Deiko just run away.
They just
And
book it, but then they also send, Bokun?
Bokun.
Bokun.
I don't know why I was like Bokun. Bokun, they send Bokun back before they've even gotten that far with like a message. Eggman's like, you beat me, but it's okay. You didn't actually beat me. Haha. Also, I'm gonna
And now, he'll tap dance.
make this fucking robot tap dance.
Yeah, and we watch Bokun put away the TV and sadly tap dance his way out.
Then he says,
like, I'm bad
I
at
can't
this.
dance very well, and he runs away crying. He's so embarrassed.
Sad.
He's so embarrassed. But yeah, the sun sets, the day is saved, and that's the end of the episode. Moving on to Season 1, Episode 19, English title, Sonic Scream Test, Japanese title, The Ghost of the Old Castle, King Boom Boo.
Sonic Scream Test. Alright.
I guess, yeah. I guess that's the title you can
Is
give
it-
it to tie it into the, like, movie theme.
Yeah.
Is it because they're filming a movie?
Yeah.
I guess.
Okay.
So,
They are filming a movie. Everyone
They
is
are filming a movie.
there to watch Chris's mom perform.
Yeah.
Be an actress.
Chris's mom doesn't know who the Sonic Gang is.
No.
Yeah, like Chris explains he tried to tell her, but she didn't listen. She just thinks that they're like some kids who managed to convince the makeup department to dress them up.
In the sub, they're just like animatronics. Like she thinks they're
Yeah.
animatronics.
Oh.
She's like, wow, these are some great animatronics that the cast gave you.
These are some great effects.
And Tails is like, hey, Chris, what the fuck?
Yeah, I do love that. Honestly, I think both of these explanations are equally fun. But
I love a
yeah,
mom who doesn't listen to her son at all.
For real. Yeah, we're at this castle. There's spooky noises coming from within. But right now we got this crew filming. We've got I think this is now. I'm only saying this because I've played Yakuza 0, which also has a character like this. But I think the director is supposed to be like a fake Steven Spielberg or something.
Oh.
Probably.
Well, he's doing a great job.
Yeah.
I haven't watched Steven Spielberg direct, so I don't really know what I'm talking about.
Me neither. I'm honestly just guessing.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're going to film like, I don't know, this is like some sort of like, Regency story or something.
It's like she says later in the sub that it's supposed to be like a fantasy romance.
Yeah, it's definitely like some sort of romance. I guess
because she's like, it's crazy that you guys had ghosts in this fantasy romance.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I thought she was saying, is our next one supposed to be a fantasy romance? I thought she thought it was on like, wow, is this the next movie that we're filming?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so they're shooting on location at a castle somewhere. And Chris's mom is here, as the female lead. Also, Ella is here as like, I guess some sort of, I guess she's just some sort of maid or servant, who's like a side character or something.
They say in the sub that she got a bit part as a townsperson. Because apparently no one else wanted to do it, which I don't know what that means.
No one else in town wanted to be a background person.
I don't know. I don't think that's true. I mean, even bed parts are stuff you have to like audition for, you know?
Yeah. So it's kind of crazy how like they couldn't find anyone else except Ella. Is this movie bad?
This movie
is this like a very like the whole town is like where it gets this movie?
I would not be surprised. This movie is, I don't know. It just seems like a movie. I'm sure there's some incredible story to be told here. Yeah, in like 10 years, some podcasters are gonna be talking about like the film crew of this.
How a film person would die every night and they kept filming, and it was the most cursed movie production ever.
And also Sonic the Hedgehog was there.
Also, there was Sonic the Hedgehog there, who also died.
So, they're like recording, they're like filming, and while filming, like, one of the cameramen notices this statue's in the way of my shot. It's like, he could somehow pick up and move this little statue. That's on a pedestal. It says like, appears under the moon, disappears under the sun. You know, some some ominous hints, and he, like, is about to move. He, like, moves it a little bit, and we see Sonic wandering around in the castle, and, like, everything gets all weird and shimmery for a second.
Yeah, he gets hit by some vibes.
Uh-huh. He just, senses an aura, and, he decides, you know what, no, never mind, I'll deal with this later. So, we get our intro, and, he decides, you know, I'll just move it out of the way now. Best to deal with it now.
Yeah, it's, like, still in his way, and he just kind of knocks
it's fine.
it into the ground.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's this little statue is like an hourglass with a sun and a moon on it. Incidentally, this is a game mechanic from Sonic Adventure 2. In the ghost levels, in some of the ghost levels, there's like a little hourglass and that like is used to like open doors and stuff. I don't think it's directly tied to ghosts, but there are ghosts in those levels. Yeah. They resume filming. Day passes into night. And, it's all spooky and ominous. They're like trying to figure out what's up with the sound. What's going on with this recording.
There's spooky noises on here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We're gonna have to throw this entire clip into a dumpster for some random person to walk by and take home and experience some troubles.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it's good. In like 20 years, or in like 10 years, this is gonna go up on a Lost Media Wiki or something.
Yeah.
After filming, like, Chris sees his mom for a bit, and one of the, mic guys, one of the editing guys is just, like, going in deeper into the castle to investigate. Chris talks with Tails, he wonders where everyone is,
He specifically wonders where Sonic is.
Of course he does. He needs
and Tails
to know.
is like, I don't know, he's probably fine.
He's probably fine. He's Sonic the Hedgehog.
He's Sonic the fucking Hedgehog. He's probably good.
He's fine.
Sonic finds the little statue and picks it up. The editing guy, like, is, like, wandering through the castle and, like, he finds somewhere where a lot of noises are coming from, and, we see behind him a bunch of, cute little ghosts show up.
Maybe they're friendly.
Probably not.
Probably not.
Probably not.
The ghosts are becoming more and more of a presence in this castle, and, Chris's mom, Miss Thorndike, is just, checking on this, and we see in the mirror, instead of her face, it's a spooky ghost face with, like, big teeth and red eyes.
Oh!
Ah! She also keeps hearing, like, ominous ghost giggling from outside, and she's going like, Chris, will you knock it the fuck off?
Uh-huh. And then we see everyone dealing with these, spooky ghosts and the sudden disappearance of the female lead in their film.
Yeah, she got kidnapped. She got big kidnapped.
She got kidnapped.
She got grabbed by the ghoulies.
They said gabagool, and then they took her away.
Mm-hmm.
No!
So,
everyone's looking for her, though.
Yeah.
And eventually, like, don't, like, the crew, not the movie crew, but, like, our main crew, don't they, like, come across somewhere that's, like, making a lot of noise?
Yeah.
Yeah, they find an evil, obviously cursed wall that has a lot of evil ghosts giggling at it, and they're like, this is probably where she's at.
And that's,
Yeah.
like, somewhere that, like, one of the filmmakers had, like, found before.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think he also got kidnapped.
Yeah, they hear Amy scream, they head over to see her, and, like, she's trying to pull, Ella out of this, wall where ghosts are pulling her away.
Yeah, and Cream and Cheese have already been, like, taken in, so it's just Ella's arm. And
Yeah.
Sonic, like, while holding the hourglass thing still, he, like, smashes the wall, and there's just, like, a pink, glowy, like, trippy thing going on there. I don't know how to describe it, but...
Yeah, it's a very, it's a very, like, 80s film editing sort of thing. Where
Yeah.
they just, like, put, like, a little green screen effect in the background.
Sonic tries to fight some synthwave.
Yeah. Tails gets pulled in, Sonic gets pulled in, and he, like, tosses Chris and Amy the, hourglass so they can figure out what's going on. And the two are left behind.
Yeah. Everyone's gotten pulled in by the ghosty arms.
Amy is upset.
Yeah, she's like...
The wall
like
reforms, too. Sorry.
Yeah, the wall reforms, and she's, like, smashing at it with her hammer, but nothing's going.
It's just
So,
Amy and Chris.
The next day, it's just the two of them. They find, like, the base of the statue where it had been taken from. And, Amy, like, hits it with a hammer, and it reveals, like, a secret staircase.
Yeah, because they felt like wind, so they knew it was something. And
Yeah,
they, like, went down, but at first, like, Chris was like, we should wait, because, like, we should
For the police.
We should go tell the cops that we found this. And, like, we'd already gotten, like, a sympathetic cop, I guess, because he was like, he had heard of this kidnapping stuff happening before. Like, he kind of knew about the ghosts. And so...
Is this why the locals don't want to be a part of this movie? I just figured that out because I'm...
Yeah,
no, I didn't
that's
think about that
probably it.
either. They probably didn't want to get
That's
grabbed by the ghoulies.
You know, I'm a major moron. That's probably exactly why Ella's like, yeah, none of the townspeople wanted to be part of this movie for some reason.
Well, then we are all. Like...
We have all been grabbed by the ghoulies.
I meant to say we are all morons, but true, yeah, that too.
No, yeah, we all did get grabbed by the ghoulies.
My brain was grabbed by the ghoulies, but, so Amy's like, no, ACAB, I'm going to go find Sonic myself.
As she's, walking down the stairs, she's doing like a I'm brave and I'm cool thing, and not getting scared, and then like some water drips on her shoulder and she gets scared. And then after that, she's like walking down the stairs hiding behind Chris, and she's telling him about her like future plans. And one of them is to like get a nice cheap apartment in Station Square and open up a kitchen.
Yeah.
What is Amy going to school for in the Hydroxygen comic?
I was gonna say, I was like, that feels like something that could have happened in the Hydroxygen comic, like...
Because we know she lives in a cheap apartment in Station Square.
And if she's
I'll have to look into that.
If she's going to school
maybe
for
I'll
cooking...
send Hydro and ask or something.
Yeah. That's cute.
That is cute. It's cute to think about.
They head down this, staircase, and, they eventually get to a big spooky room where there are ghosts. And we see, like, two little spooky ghosts and one really big one. This is King Boom Boo. He's a boss in Sonic Adventure 2.
He's doing a funny laugh.
Yeah. He does some real funny laughs in Sonic Adventure 2. I hope next time we get to talk about it, I'll get to show you. They chase, Amy chases after these ghosts, and they find a ceiling where Sonic is. Also, Sonic wakes up and he finds himself in the synthwave void with King Boom Boo. But yeah, they get to a dead end with like a little window, and Sonic's up on the ceiling, trying to tell Chris and Amy what to do, but
yeah, and he's revealing his true feelings for Amy.
Yeah.
In a big ghost voice.
In a big scary ghost voice. He's like, Amy, I love you.
Amy, you're so cool and I love you. And if you put that cool dial into the little plinth over there with the moon up, then we'll get married right this instant. Amy, you gotta do it for me.
Amy, you gotta.
Amy, please. And real Sonic is like, Amy, what the fuck are you doing?
Amy, no, don't put it there. That's like the absolute wrong place. Are you listening to me, Amy?
Amy, know my heart. I would never say that I love you. Ever.
Amy, I'm asexual.
Amy, you know this about me.
Amy, please.
But, Amy puts it down, fully swayed by the ghost. And she puts it up, moon side up, which, causes, a whole bunch of ghosts to break free. There's like a big flash of light and the ghosts are here.
Yeah, I got a bit of a ghost problem.
Amy goes after them with a hammer, but, they can just, phase out, while they're at full power.
Yeah.
And
this wouldn't be a problem if Danny Phantom was around.
So true.
None of this would have happened if Danny Phantom were here.
This funny little thermos. But yeah, King Boom Boo is like laughing at their misery and laughing at Amy specifically, and like is like mocking her, being like, "Oh, I love you, Amy." Like,
no, I love you.
Being like, "Yeah, it was me. You thought,
yeah, loser.
You thought it was Sonic. You fuck."
Sonic would never admit feelings for you. Come on, Amy.
Even if he did like you, he would never.
Come on.
Yeah. Come on.
Get with the times, Amy.
World's biggest fool. She gets possessed by a ghost, and she gets put down, and, like, she does, like, there's a little jump scare where she opens up her eyes, and she's got, like, the big scary ghost eyes and, like, teeth. And she starts chasing after Chris with a hammer. Sonic tells Chris what to do. He's gotta switch that little statue to, the sun side up. And that'll fix it. So, he manages to pull it off, but, not quite.
Doesn't he get it?
Yeah, he gets it sun side up. My mistake.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Sonic is released and a bunch of sunlight pours in, and the ghosts are like, no!
Yeah, like, the ghosts are still around, because they still have to get, like, the shit beat out of them, but they can't they can't really, like, phase away anymore.
Yeah, they've been depowered.
They've been revealed.
I mean, the way the thing is that I thought it was like, oh, they'll disappear now. But it's like, no, they can't disappear now. They've been depowered.
I think it just, like, it reveals them.
Yeah, exactly.
They can't enter the shadow realm anymore.
Right,
to face through your attacks.
A lot of phasing in these episodes.
Yeah, this is a phase-heavy episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Sonic, like, spin dashes into King Boom Boo, defeats him, and our heroes escape.
Everyone is, like, running to escape, and including, like, they're bringing Chris's mom and stuff, but, Tails has a ring and chucks it at Sonic or something. Someone chucks it at Sonic.
Yeah, Tails gives
the power.
Sonic a ring so he can hit King Boo Boo right into the Tum Tum.
Tails, like, does not do anything. That's why I was like, wait, Tails was there? Yes,
Yeah,
Tails
he's
was
on
there.
vacation.
Yeah.
He got kidnapped and that's about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's on vacation. Cut him a break.
Fair enough.
They climb out of the secret basement. Amy seals it up. And Chris has to, like, put down the statue on the plinth.
Well, they actually do it because, like, even though Sonic, like, blasts him in the face, he still, like, chases after them. Like, he's still so determined.
Oh yeah, he's still very much free and alive and coming after them.
He's, like, so determined that even, like, Sonic's superpowered ring attack doesn't do it. And also Chris's mom is like, I'm tired. And then Sonic, like, grabs her and runs.
Mm-hmm. And
he's like, well, is this part of the movie?
Yeah, and then, like you said, Amy closes it. Chris puts the correct side down. And it's all locked up, and they're fine.
Yeah, but he put it moon side up. So, the ghosts are still here.
The ghosts are coming.
Is that what that means?
Yeah, it's that they're still allowed to be in the castle.
Yeah, they're still haunted. But for now, the day is saved. And,
this is me when I'm haunted.
Yeah, and it ends just like the cop, the local cop telling them that, allegedly, like, this guy, like, built this place and, like, disappeared on the first night he was here.
In the sub, he was like, oh yeah, my grandpa told me stories of when his 4 friends went into the castle and only my grandpa came out, with the implication being the little ghosts who were doing the funny children giggles are the friends.
Oh, that's great.
That King Boo Boo killed them and now they're stuck there.
That's great. Couldn't have that in 4Kids, unfortunately. A little too spooky, a little too occult.
Yeah.
Come on, 4Kids.
Yeah.
I mean, still had a dude disappear, and he could have died, so...
Yeah.
Yeah. So, that, ends these episodes. I'm thinking, next episode, so we're pretty close to the holidays, so I think, next episode, I think we'll, read, I was thinking of, digging up some more Sonic Christmas stuff. I think I can find some comics that are based around, like, Christmas. Both, Archie and, Sonic the Comic.
Okay.
I'm gonna dig those up and, we'll read some for, a holiday special.
Nice.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Until then, I will roll for the week after, which will be in the new year.
Hopefully we all remember that, that you roll already.
I should be able to remember.
Okay.
Yeah, if there's a point where I'm just like, what are we doing? Just know that. I probably forgot.
Yeah, I'll probably edit this episode and be reminded. Let us roll for the new year. That is a 6, and 6 is... I think it might be, SatAM, but let me check. Yep, 6 is SatAM. So
yeah.
we'll watch some episodes of the serious, Sonic cartoon from the 90s. The one with Princess Sally.
Yeah, the one with Antoine, everyone's favorite character.
Yes, we all love Antoine, of course.
We all stan Antoine here.
Mhm.
Stantuan, even.
Yeah, Stantuan.
Oh, Stantuan!
Alright, let me check for questions. I think we only got, we got one question, but it was on Tumblr.
Whoa!
I thought we had one on Twitter, too.
Let me check. Oh, yeah, let me check Twitter.
Because we posted
Oh,
that
yes.
before.
Yeah. We've got one on Twitter and one on Tumblr. Our Twitter question comes from Jasmine Marsh at Pinmon, who asks, tell us a favorite creepypasta memory.
So, I don't know if this is, like, technically within the bounds of it, but my favorite memory is, I didn't do the creepypasting, but one time my brother stayed up all night watching, Slender Man videos, and when I woke up in the morning, he had turned on every available light source in the house, and was walking around checking each window for Slender Man.
Oh no.
And I thought that was really funny.
I don't know, I like remember reading some at some point. I guess mine were also like, if you're gonna use Slenderman, I am too, like whether it's considered creepypasta or not. I just have like a lot of fond memories of like the Slenderman like vids and stuff, like Everyman Hybrid and 12 Tribe or whatever. Just like, I have a lot of fond memories because like, it was when I was in college. So I was probably a little older than a lot of their demographic, but it was just like something to do instead of doing work. I was like, oh, I'm gonna look up like weird shit about these, like either I'm gonna watch them or I'm gonna watch someone talk about them. So I just have like a lot of experience with like online horror stuff due to procrastination. So I just think it's funny because like I was a little bit into like horror stuff when I was younger, but I didn't really like get into all of that until college, I think.
Yeah, I didn't do a lot of creepypasta stuff, mostly because people are like, it's scary, and when I was younger, I was like, that sounds like something I don't want to do. I was very much if someone was like, this will freak you out, I'm like, great, I simply won't interact with it then.
Right, that makes sense.
I kind of liked that stuff when I was younger, but I don't know.
I remember getting really into Ben Drowned stuff when it was new.
Yeah.
I was in high school. I remember watching the Ben Drowned videos and getting scared because there was like a specific jump scare at one point in one of the videos, and it is like at a specific timestamp that's supposed to be part of the ARG.
Ooh.
I
also vaguely... Sorry, finish your story.
No, go on.
No.
I got nothing else to say.
Sorry, I didn't mean to jump the gun. I was just gonna say, I vaguely remember also, like, reading this, like, Japanese or Korean comic or something that had, like, a scary ghost in it. Like, it was based on, like, some of the urban legends and stuff from, I think it must have been Japan. And it had, like, it was mostly a comic, but there was, like, part of it that, like, at the end, it was, like, it moved and it, like, jump scared you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's
you know
cool.
what? You know what I remember?
If I can remember
I remember
it, I'll
that
try to find it, but...
Something I remember now that, due to how technology has evolved, you don't see nearly as often is the whole, creepypasta bit of, this looks like a still image, but it's actually an animated GIF, and if you look closely, you'll see it move.
Yeah.
That was some good early internet, horror right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to tell when something is a GIF.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah, now I'm just like, why is there this fucking, like, GIF grainy image thing coming at me?
It'll just say in the corner, this is a GIF, So now I
made by GIF Studio.
Or like all those fucking like mazes that had the jump scare when you finished it. Did you ever get like got by any of that stuff? Excuse me.
I don't. Well, I remember
like the screamers or whatever.
I remember. Oh, I remember now. There was I think. I remember. I think it was Sonic Shorts Collection, which is exactly what it sounds like. It was a collaborative animation of Sonic Shorts, and like one of the videos had like a secret like Tails doll Easter egg that was super scary, and there was some Tails doll stuff in some of the later bits too that also scared me a lot, even though they were very silly.
That's cool.
Amy does have some Tails doll vibes in the picture that you took for our Twitter.
Yeah. I remember seeing that image go around a lot. Just like, possessed Amy being used to like scare people online. Hang on a second. Our other question from Tumblr, Dark Wizard James Mason asks, which of you would most likely have a creepy doll version of yourself that would appear suddenly in a racing game? And I think it's gotta be Morg.
Yeah.
Oh, no!
You are haunting the Morg. Haunting the racing game.
I was gonna say me. I didn't think you two would both agree.
It's unanimous.
Yeah,
I guess so.
We all agree.
There's gonna be a weird stuffed doll.
Oh god.
Of the goat.
Of my persona.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh no. Morg doll.
Uh-huh.
Morg doll coming for you.
I would love a stuffed animal of my persona, though. That'd be sick. Maybe not a haunted one, maybe just a normal one. Or if it was haunted,
it's gonna come haunted.
If it was haunted, as long as we could like come to some kind of agreement, you know. I just don't want to die.
Yeah.
Or like be in hell or
you
something.
can do some spooks. You can do some scares.
Yeah.
But as long as you don't like forcibly pick me up and like throw me across the room, we're chill.
Yeah, don't like kill me or like make me suffer in hell or something. Like, but we can do some spooks and scares. That's fine.
Yeah, and no, like, if you're going to be, like, throwing things around the apartment, don't, like, throw anything too breakable or expensive. Like, that's a lot.
Yeah.
You got a budget here.
You can play my Switch as long as you don't break my Switch, you know?
Yeah,
right.
Don't delete my save files if you want to make your own evil files.
Morg doll, Pokemon, Scarlet, EXE.
Yeah, just make sure it's a separate
That's just
file.
how Pokemon Scarlet runs, is the thing about that, though.
True. I'm just... Everyone's
You would fully,
T-posing.
like, open the game and be like, yeah, it's just doing what it normally does.
Uh-huh.
The sky is bleeding, that's the newest glitch.
That's a new glitch.
New glitch.
I love this game, but boy is it glitchy.
So, that's all our questions. Let's see. Let's take it to the plugs. I'm Dan. You can find me at a lot of places. You can find all those places at at biggerchallenge.card.co. From there, you can find my podcasts, which include Pod of Greed, a Yu-Gi-Oh podcast. We recently recorded the final episodes of Yu-Gi-Oh GX.
Yo.
The day after this recording, we're going to talk about, we're going to do our wrap-up episode. We will come back next year to talk about Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds.
Hell yeah.
It's time for card games on motorcycles, y'all.
It's motorcycle.
Uh-huh.
It's time for the fucking dystopian hellhole that is 5Ds. Like, I only know a little bit about it, but I do know that this dude was fucking arrested, and that's why he has cool patterns on his face.
Yeah, that's why he got cool tats.
Extremely normal and not at all fucked up.
It's time for the cyberpunk dystopia you never knew you wanted.
Yeah, after Kaiba never returned from the Egyptian afterlife, Mokuba kind of went a little power crazy.
Oh god!
Sure.
Oh god!
Kaiba just up and didn't return one day, and Mokuba said, "This is my city now."
Yeah, there's like a weird clown. There's a weird clown man in that show who runs the city.
Yeah, that's Mokuba's descendant.
No!
You can listen to Video Games, the movie, the podcast, a video game movie review podcast I do with my friend Maxie. Excuse me. Our most recent episode will have been on Professor Layton and the Eternal Diva, and our next recording, excuse me, our next recording will be on, the live-action Warcraft film.
Oh.
Hell yeah, time to talk about goop.
You can listen to Wow, Cool Robot, a Gundam podcast
Wow.
that I do with my friend Max and Yuria. We're making our way through Gundam Build Fighters. Just finished a recording of that before this. Also, really steadily making our way through that. There's only like a couple there's probably only be like a couple episodes of that left. And after that, well, you're just gonna have to ask Max. You can, let's see, there's also my Twitter and Tumblr, both Bigger Challenge. My co-host, cohost.org/bigchallenges. My art Tumblr, Biggest Art, at Xbox_holidays, where Usher celebrates holidays with Xbox. My Fur Affinity, Big Challenges, and various side co-hosts that I run, including the one for this podcast.
Hell yeah.
That's it for me. Morg, where can we find you?
You can find me at Haunting the Morg on Tumblr and Twitter. You can find me at Gengar on co-host. You can also find me on my other podcasts, Digimon Ghost Gaze, a Digimon Ghost Game podcast that I actually just recorded an episode of earlier today, because we're recording this episode a little later than usual. Sorry for the peek behind the curtain. And then the other one, which is Forward ReZero, a ReZero Watch podcast, which actually might be starting up again soonish. There's actually talks about it, which is more than there's been. We've been on break for a while. Due to life and everything. But yeah, that's it for me. How about you, Devon?
You can find me on Twitter at Ruben Ghastly. You can find me on Tumblr at Jazz Dumpster. And you can find me on other podcasts such as Gone Will Hunting, God, I almost just said Random Holistic Sonic Lore podcast. A Hunter x Hunter rewatch podcast. And you can find me on We Rate Queerbait, a show where we explore the blurry lines between homies and homos. Speaking of Yu-Gi-Oh!, the last episode we recorded was about Dark Side of Dimensions, because I just wanted to talk about whatever Kaiba was on.
Dude,
for a few hours.
That movie is
so
fucking homosexual. I'm sorry. Like
that movie whips, and Kaiba is on something in that movie.
Yeah, when we finished Pot of Greed, Sarah did this thing in the Pot of Greed Discord where she just streamed the movie on loop for just like 24 hours.
We talked about in the episode of that being like, this movie has a special place in mine and Emery's heart just because Sarah was just playing it on loop for like an entire day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Classic moment.
Classic.
It would be really funny if we talked about it again sometime.
I hope you guys just decide to talk about it again for no reason.
Yeah, you're just like, I kind of miss,
Whenever you're missing Kaiba, just remember the time he was on his bullshit in the biggest way.
Here's an
Yeah,
idea.
the time-
Here's an idea. So, I know that movie came out later, right? So, wherever you guys are, like, in the regular show, like, in the regular, like, 5D, like, 5Ds or whatever, whenever you get to, like, 2016-ish, what if you just talked about that movie again? Because that's when it came out.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, when we get to, like, Arc V.
Yeah.
that would be
an
Arc
episode
V.
on
That's deep into Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah, absolutely.
You guys are gonna be, like, on some weird Yu-Gi-Oh! Bullshit, like, slightly burned out, and you're gonna be like, I need to talk about Kaiba.
I need to talk about Kaiba's stat. I need to talk about, Kaiba destroying, a monument to his dad and dying from serotonin overdose or whatever.
Yeah,
I need
getting
to talk-
serotonin poisoning.
I need to talk about him, killing himself so he can go to the Egyptian afterlife and duel and or date, Atem.
Yeah, he fucking uses an evil Borg cube he got off of a dude to teleport himself to the Egyptian afterlife
He's so
on the
normal.
weekends.
He's so normal.
He's he's the most normal, teen CEO ever.
We talked about, in our Reweight episode, how it's kind of like in those, like, rom-com shows, like Friends or something, where a character's like, I got a job in a new city and I'm gonna have to leave town. It would be like if the main character was like, fine, I'll move with you.
And just the
He was
rest
like,
of
fine, I'll die with you.
Yeah, the show was just set in, the new town for the rest of it.
Yeah. Guy was like, fine, when are we leaving?
So you can find us on Tumblr, at the Sonic Shuffle cohost.org/the Sonic Shuffle, and Twitter, at ShuffleSonic. And you can also find us on noisepace.xyz. Sorry, I almost fucked up there. You have to understand, it is run by a Canadian, so I'm required to say Z instead of Z. You can find all sorts of very good shows on there, including this week's alphabetical shout-out, Pot of Greed.
Oh.
Didn't we just spend some time talking about it just now?
Yeah.
Wow, a Yu-Gi-Oh! Themed episode today.
The world's only, Yu-Gi-Oh! Podcast sponsored by Kaiba Court. Starring Argyle, Audrey, Dan, Elliot, Max, and Sarah. The latest episode is episode 196, I Heart Whole, uploaded on December 8th, 2022. Just a few days
Sorry,
before
not to
this
derail again. But will you guys, since you're sponsored by Kaiba Corp, will you be talking about the obvious atrocities committed by Kaiba Corp and Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds?
Probably. I mean...
Okay. I didn't know if Kaiba Corp would shut you down because of it.
They haven't before.
Listen.
They've talked shit before, and they haven't been shut down before.
That's true. Kaiba Corp's too big to care.
They are learning and growing. and
They're listening.
And listening. They are learning, they are growing, they are listening. We've already we'll have written up a nice apology post in like just a black and white text image on our Twitter. They're learning and growing. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys will all appear on the podcast. You're all like tearfully crying, apologizing.
We'll make an apology episode.
Say that you will be donating about 1% of the proceeds to charity. The rest you can't because it's already just so tied up in your finances. It's impossible. Sorry.
Listen to that. You can also listen to other shows, on our shows that aren't on the network, but are friends of ours. Like, This Might Be a Podcast. Greg Simpson hosts a They Might Be Giants Superfan podcast, where each episode he and a guest will discuss one They Might Be Giants song. Hosted by Greg Simpson. I'm going to look to see... Damn it. I need to fucking... Hang on a second. I need to fucking find, because it's not showing up when I click on the link on Noisepace, but I do think it's still up. Here we go. Podcast.apple.com. Most recent episode, December 11th, 2022, which is actually the day we're recording this. Episode 207, here in Higglytown. The intro They Might Be Giants wrote for the Disney Junior show Higglytown Heroes. Collected on the album Here Come the ABCs. I mean, I wasn't expecting it to still be active or to have come out just today or that it was on one of their kids' albums. But yeah, there we go. You can go listen to that. They have a lot of episodes. So you'll have plenty of time to enjoy They Might Be Giants with them. I recommend it, I guess. And yeah, I think that's it for now. So, until next time, Sonic the Hedgehog is real, he is strong, and he is my friend.
He is the only blue life that matters.
But not the only boo life that matters.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
He's coming next, so watch out for Sonic X!